My 25FBF, 28M, suddenly wants to move overseas. I fear he wants to meet somebody else. How do I navigate this? My boyfriend of a year, exclusive and monogamous, told me recently he is expressing interest in overseas scholarships to study abroad. When he first told me this, he said it would only be for 3 months, but he has since come to me with new information and said the scholarship he is looking into would be 6 to 18 months. Due to his good marks, there is a good chance he will get approved. For background context, I would say my boyfriend has an avoidant attachment style. Based on the past year getting to know him, and attachment psychology is a personal interest of mine, so I know of the signs/symptoms. He has a tendency to avoid confrontation, rejects emotional intimacy and self-reflection, and has a fear of commitment. About a few months into our relationship, I noticed him emotionally detaching a little. Once the relationship got past the honeymoon stage and we were beginning expectations around commitment and emotional support, he started to get uncomfortable and apathetic. However, we had lengthy conversations about this. I laid down my expectations and boundaries respectfully, and that if he wanted to make this work, he needs to put in the effort to understand attachment and do the work to show he is committed. And since then, he took this to heart and made an effort to change. He has expressed a desire to commit / says he wants to marry me and have a family someday. However, in May he confessed he had minor feelings for a friend of his. Supposedly, they never did anything besides some flirting, which I trusted him on. After the battle of feeling betrayed, sad and distrustful, wondering if I should stay or go, decided to stay. I set the boundary that he cannot see her anymore, and we somehow got over it. Since then, we've had good and bad days. We don't really fight, but we go in circles around confrontations about his struggles to hold space for my emotions, particularly supporting me on my bad days with depression. He feels burdened by my needs for emotional intimacy and support and feels guilty admitting this. Anyway, I guess we've hit a roadblock recently. He's overwhelmed with expectations, and I'm pretty burnt out from the relationship. Because he struggles to be in tune with his own emotions, he doesn't know how to address his needs until after they've been crossed, which for him has created resentment. Despite the fact that I try my best to provide a safe environment to express his needs in the relationship, he still struggles to identify, let alone express his needs. So recently we've both distanced ourselves and have taken it back to first date rules. We still love each other, but we're both trying to navigate this relationship carefully. He is kind and loving, and that's why I've stayed. Now, suddenly, he says he has plans to move away. First saying he'd be going interstate for his master's degree, then saying he wants to move to another country for 3 months. Now another country, and it's possibly a year and a half. He's lightly discussed the details of accommodation, scholarship money, the excitement of new experiences, everything but how we fit into it. He hasn't actually discussed how we would navigate long distance, despite my support for his plans. He told me his reasoning was desiring new experience, obtaining motivation for study, and the only way I can travel is if I get a grant from university, which to me implies this isn't solely about studying. There is obviously a driving desire to move and live somewhere else. I've told him that I could not move with him due to work and my roots being here, so he is aware of this and hasn't asked me to come with. I feel like it raises questions about his commitment and how much he values the life he has already built. He has so many wonderful friends, a family, a career, including our relationship. If he's willing to leave it all behind without thoroughly considering the impact on me and on those who care about him, it feels like he's just prioritizing his own needs and escaping his life. Like he just wants all of the freedoms of single life without actually breaking up. I just fear that he's wanting to run away from our relationship and go meet someone else. Please somebody tell me different. I'm tired of being thrown around in this unpredictable mess of a relationship, and I'm starting to lose sense of it.